edition of PC Voyage. I'm Andrew Doty.
And I'm Randy Laviolette. Keith Davis recently visited West Springfield High School and Dr. Jim Monday on the use of computers in the classroom. Also, on this week's show, we have Donnelly DePrell, who will be assisting Bob Clements with the PC Voyage News. But first, Chip's going to be bringing you our trivia question.
Here are this week's computer trivia questions. Number 1. What is the most commonly used key to bring help text to the screen? And number 2. What types of files can not be deleted?
Welcome back. You know, when I was in school, we had, and not that many years ago either, we had a PDP-8, DEC PDP-8 in the basement of the high school, and that's what we used. It had little tape drives on it about this big around, and actually, yeah, little tape drives. And they were forever getting broken. Nowadays, you find Apples, IBMs, compatibles, mini computers, all kinds of things in high schools.
The cities are beginning to take a better interest in teaching students on a variety of platforms now. So it's kind of nice to see that they finally stepped up in the world here and they're going to teach them a wide variety.
It's also nice, too, to see that they're even covering it from the elementary school level. A lot of schools these days, as the funding becomes available, will spend more money on elementary, junior high, and even high school education of computers, to the point now where it's almost commonplace to see kids using computers. I don't think we're quite yet to the day where every kid, where there is a computer for every kid, but I think that we're rapidly approaching that point.
Soon, I believe.
Soon.
Money providing, of course.
And as I said earlier, Keith Davis visited West Springfield High School and Dr. Jim Monday, and we have that interview.
Yesterday.
Hi, I'm Keith Davis, and we're here today at West Springfield High School with Dr. Jim Monday. How you doing, Doc?
How you doing, Keith? Good to see you.
Thanks for inviting us over here. Seems like I've been here before, you know, sort of deja vu all over again, as they say. What room are we in now? We've got a lot of machines around us.
Well, Keith, we're in room 16. This is a new lab of Macintosh LC2 computers that we acquired this year, and we've set it up. This room is used to teach basic programming, Pascal, desktop publishing. It's also used as a writing lab when it's not being used for instruction, and as an open space for students and teachers to come use.
Okay, so they're learning application programs and programming languages here.
That's correct.
Is all grades get a crack at this, or by invitation only?
No. All students in grades 9 through 12 have an opportunity to register for the courses that are in this room or taught here, as well as 6th graders. When the room is not used as a regular class, any teacher may schedule their class in here, including the 6th grade that happens to be housed in our high school. So opportunity for every student here is in this room.
Is the room fairly busy during the course of a day? Is it occupied most of the day, or?
There are 5 classes that are taught in here, so then there are 2 periods of the day when the room is free to be scheduled for lab-type activities.
Now, these are Macintoshes. Is there any reason the Macintosh was chosen for the teaching level at this point?
Well, this particular version of the Mac has come on the market. It's fast. It can accommodate a lot of different things. We also bought it with an Apple IIe emulation board and an extra 5 1/4 drive on it because so much of our software library is in the Apple IIe format. That way we don't lose our investment in that software by having this machine. The Macintosh is also adaptable to a DOS base by use of a program called Soft PC. And that gives us a full flexibility. So we're looking for a generic, flexible machine.
I know if I was still in high school, I'd actually look forward to coming to this class here. How do the students take to the computers?
I think we are getting to the point where even within the next year, maybe 2 at the most, we're going to have to add at least 1 more, maybe 2 more labs of this size in order to accommodate everybody's needs and interest.
Yeah. And how about homework for a computer? Everybody want a Mac for Christmas this year or what?
I'm sure they do, especially the teachers. But the lab's open. It's available for people to come in before school hours and stay after school hours. So a lot of people have a lot of access to this equipment.
Okay. And a lot of kids getting part-time jobs that deal with computers in the summertime, and they have a little experience behind them now? Or?
I think so, and I think that in any phase of employment in which you go today, you're going to have computers, whether it's at the supermarket cash-out lane, at McDonald's, and the auto repair shop, wherever it is, you're going to be having computer applications. And our students are learning that, both on the job and here as well.
Now, how far do you see this going in here? Any CD-ROM stuff coming down the road, or any more advanced?
We have 1 CD-ROM set up right now in the school as a demonstration unit. We're trying to assess how we can use it. CDs, like any other kind of hardware, until teachers are trained how to use it and apply that piece of equipment or that resource in their lesson planning, we can have all the equipment in the world, and it's useless until the teachers are trained. So one of the big pushes we have right now is to provide money for staff development for teachers.
So everybody gets a crack at it first. It's all new to the teachers, too.
Well, a lot of it is, certainly, yes. And until you're trained how to drive your car. You can sit it in the driveway and you can have 15 new cars, but if you can't drive it properly, what good is it to you?
And I imagine some of the kids come into school with a little experience already and some of their own software maybe, or at least some background behind some of that.
That's exactly right. And we have computer applications beginning even in our preschool. Our pre-kindergarten children have computer hands-on application experience all the way up through. Every child in the 7th and 8th grade is required to take computer twice a week. Computer literacy in the 7th grade, and then application and some basic programming in the 8th grade. By the time they get here as freshmen, they've had hands-on computer experience of some form or another.
So the application programs you're concentrating on now are what?
Application in this case would be desktop publishing. We teach PageMaker. In that particular case, we also have Quark that's available. And BeagleWorks, which is an Apple Works for the Macintosh, is taught as part of that. And then, as I said, Pascal and basic programming.
So there's really touching on all the major application types and the more popular languages, too. Yeah.
And in addition, subject area teachers can come in. An accounting teacher can bring a class in here and have spreadsheet application,
right, or
database, whatever. Instructional support software for drill and review is also available in whatever subject area you may want.
Now there's other areas of the building that have computers too, right?
That's correct. We have IBM-compatible clones in our business department for teaching word processing and accounting principles and procedures. We have IBM-compatible clones again in our technology area for teaching of technical drawing, AutoCAD. We have the latest, whatever it is, 12-point version, 12.2 I think, just came in, so we're teaching that. All the different levels of CAD we're teaching on Apple's and IBM computers. Just many, many applications, CNC control metal lathes, robotics, a lot of applications. So I think that's probably where we're going to go next for this program.
Okay, let's take a walk to another room here. Sure. Great. And now we're in the lab, right? One of the labs?
It's a technical drawing lab, technology education lab. And in this particular room, we have 11 IBM compatible units. Here we teach 6 levels of technical drawing. We use it in auto mechanics and power technology, communications technology, construction technology, and manufacturing technology. So lots of projects go on in here.
Are a lot of the things, the topics that are done in here, were they considered more college level a few years ago?
I think maybe somebody would. The fact that we use AutoCAD as the advanced level of drafting or computer-assisted drafting might be considered college level, but our students seem to take to it quite readily. We prepare them by starting off with a program on the Apple called DiscoverCAD, which is extremely elementary, and then we advance on up to the AutoCAD level. These machines we also use, for example, in a program called Car Builder that allows a student to design a car and then test it in all sorts of conditions, wind tunnels, whatever.
All electronically on the screen there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Other projects might be, for example, for a student to design a truss bridge, then using balsa wood or linguine and hot glue or something like that, then to actually construct what they designed and then test it and see what the breaking point is. It could be in a number of different applications.
There's a number of towns around here that could use a few bridges too, really, yeah.
Linguine lasts better than balsa wood, actually.
And if you get hungry when you're all done, you're all set, yeah. I see some drawings right on the wall here. Now those were done right here?
Those were done right here on the plotter behind you, and this plotter is networked to 8 of these computers. So we can simulate what you would find in the working world, in the industry.
Yeah. Now, I take it, this being a smaller room, there's fewer people would be involved in coming in here to do lab work, right?
That's correct. With only 11 computers, we can only accommodate really 11 to 22 people. Even with 2 people on a unit, you don't get that good of application. So we try to limit the sizes to most of our technology classes to no more than 12 to 15 students at a time. Because of the nature of technology and what we're trying to do, we emphasize problem solving, hands-on application, manipulation, teamwork, all of that kind of thing.
And now, what do you see coming down the road as far as any plans for any more advanced equipment in the next year or two?
These machines here are all 386 machine, I think with 2 meg of RAM and 40 meg of hard drive. And already we find that they are lacking. And we're looking to move to 486 machines with probably 20 to 25 meg of RAM and 120 meg of hard drive, using probably a tower arrangement with multiple fans and expandability. These machines, if they are replaced with that higher end machine, these would go then into our business lab where we would apply software like Lotus or Symphony.
Do you see even getting into networking computers as a course here in a computer operation, or are you going to stick more to the applications?
I think we're going to stick more to the application, and the fact that these are all standalone units we find in terms of education to be better for our purposes. Some school systems would prefer to go network, but when you go network, then you lose one machine as a workstation because it has to be a file server. And if we're going to spend bucks for equipment, then we want full utilization of it. So we don't mind teaching the kids. Matter of fact, we think it's important for students to learn the importance of inserting disks to access hard files, and that gives us a better workstation environment, I think.
Then they can adapt to a network easier afterwards, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a network is simply a menu-driven source of software. In this case, when you buy network software, it's more expensive also. So we would have to make a big investment in buying network software. And we don't have the money to do everything, so.
Real good. What do we have running on the screens here behind us?
Well, this is a screensaver called Dazzle. I think it's set to kick in after a minute and a half of non-use of the computer. If a user is not doing something, then Dazzle kicks in to save the screen from burnout.
Great. Okay, Dr. Mundy, thanks very much for inviting us over here
Keith,
today.
we surely enjoyed it, and I would encourage anyone watching, if you wish to come by and visit with us, we certainly would have the door open for you, and we would welcome you to come and participate in any of our classes, as a matter of fact. So welcome
That's
anyone.
great, yeah. And there's an awful lot more going on at the high school to do with computers than people imagine here.
Absolutely.
Quite a few machines and a lot of phases of computer.
Sure.
Once again, thanks a lot.
Thank you. See you again soon.
Okay.
Well, that was a very informative interview. It's nice to see that they've got an elaborate setup.
Yeah, it really was a nice interview that Keith put together. Go ahead. I'll forget it. Next up, after Chip brings us the trivia answer, Donna Lee Duprell will bring us PC Voyage news.
Here are this week's computer trivia answers. Number 1. The F1 function key is a commonly used help key. And number 2. A hidden or a read-only file cannot be deleted.
And next up, I think we have our Fair Lady of News for PC Voyage, Donna Lee Duprell.
What a sexist comment.
Borland has released Paradox 4.0, an enhanced version of its popular PC relational database. The new edition of the DOS software provides several improvements. The software features speed and power gains, a Windows-like user interface, enhanced network performance, and an expanded Paradox application language, PAL. The software operates on any 286-based PC or better, featuring at least 2 megabytes of memory. Paradox 4.0 sells for $795. Registered owners of a version 2.0 and later can upgrade for $199.95. IBM has increased its presence in the notebook PC market with 4 innovative, aggressively priced models. The ThinkPad 300, 700, 700C, and 700T are designed for users who need to generate high-quality presentations and use standard applications on a compact portable system. The 700 and 700C offer TrackPoint 2, a unique rubber post located between the keyboard's G and H keys. The post acts as an easy-to-use pointing device. The 700C also features a large active matrix color screen made by a joint venture of IBM and Toshiba. System price ranges between $2,375 and $4,350. The PC market is rebounding from 1991's lackluster growth, reports the U.S. Microcomputer Statistics Committee. The Washington-based trade group says U.S. PC shipments in the first quarter of 1992 grew nearly 9% over the same period last year. It also notes that early results for the second quarter indicate a continued acceleration in shipments. U.S. MSC members include most leading U.S. PC manufacturers such as Apple Computer, IBM, and Compaq Computer. The firm's shipment figures are reported to the accounting firm of Price Waterhouse. The PC shipments of non-participants are estimated by an independent research firm. Microsoft has unveiled 2 new value-added support services. 7x24 extended hours and hot site support are enhanced services that complement the software publisher's Premier Support service. Premier Support, aimed at larger companies, is Microsoft's highest level of technical support. 7x24 extended hours offers customers access to Microsoft senior support engineers 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Hot site support provides assistance from Microsoft senior support engineers at the customer's location. Microsoft says it now offers the most comprehensive support in the Microsoft computer industry. The foreign share of Japan's semiconductor market rose to 16% in the second quarter of 1992, according to new U.S. and Japanese government figures. The move marks a 1.4% increase compared to the first quarter of the year. The 1991 U.S.-Japan Semiconductor Trade Agreement calls for Japan to open 20% of its domestic chip market to foreign suppliers by the end of 1992. The increase in market share is a positive step in the right direction and is an indication of an improved effort by Japan, says Andrew Procaccini, president of the U.S. Semiconductor Industry Association. Packard Bell has announced a 486SX-based multimedia PC. The Packard Bell 486SX25 multimedia computer system includes a CD-ROM drive, a 3-speaker amplified micro stereo system, a Sound Blaster Pro 2 integrated digital audio mixer module, and a selection of multimedia software. The system also features 4 megabytes of RAM, a 210 megabyte hard disk, and a fax data modem. The complete package will cost $2,599 with monitor. A version with a TV video board will sell for $2,999. Packard Bell is headquartered in Chatsworth, California. And finally, those ubiquitous barcodes found on everything from cereal boxes to magazines may soon become a lot less noticeable. A Japanese company, Hitachi Maxwell, says it has developed invisible barcodes that can be seen by computer scanners, but not by human eyes. The nude code design is printed with special ink that can be detected only under infrared light with a special reader. The technology isn't compatible with existing barcodes. The system doesn't intrude on package designs. It can also be used to verify credit cards and paper money. PC Voyage News, portions of it were brought to you by the Prodigy Systems. That's the news, and I'm Donna Lee DePrill.
Wow, you know, Donna really did a great job for her first time here. We'll still have Bob Clemens. Bob's not going anywhere, but it's going to be a little bit of duties between Donna Lee and Bob.
Nice to see.
Yeah, little
Fresh
change
face
around
on
here.
it.
Change around here.
Fresh face on the show.
That's right. I was nice, see? We treasure your comments and questions that you'll send to PC Voyage. Remember last season we did a contest in which we gave away software. If we do anything like that this season, which I'm not even sure whether we're going to or not, if you want to be part of it, send us your question or your comment about PC Voyage. And here's Chip with the address. We'll be right back.
Please don't say we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. I like that.
Hi, I'm Keith Davis. Last season we invited our viewers to send questions about PCs and we said we'd try to get them answered on our shows. And we also asked that the viewers send in their comments and suggestions for the show. And if they did, we had some software to give away. And this year we're going to do the same thing. And although we don't have all the software we're going to give away, we do have some of it here for those people who write into us. We have Quicken, which of course is a home financial software package. Scrapbook, which is used in conjunction with Windows to manage picture files. And we have a business accounting package here called QuickBooks. And that's strictly for a small business, and it does all the accounting. And we're going to have other software, and we also have 4 tickets to the Computer Museum in Boston. And it's a great place to take a family and to spend a day down there and see all about computers. And we've visited down there ourselves. So if you'd like to try to get in on any of this loot, send us a note or send us a question. And our address is right here, PC Voyage, P.O. Box 6295 in Holyoke, Massachusetts, 01041. We'll be hearing from you.
If you have any questions, or if you have any comments about the show, please write to us. Our address is PC Voyage, P.O. Box 6295, Holyoke, Massachusetts, 01041. We appreciate hearing from you. Watch for PC Voyage Weekly on your local community access channel.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm playing this game I got. I've been playing it for hours non-stop.
You know, you shouldn't put your face so close to the computer because it could hurt your eyes.
What?
That's right. You should always stay an arm's length away from the computer.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Boy, my head hurts. I should do that from now on.
Hey, what's going on? Candy's not working.
You shouldn't bump the computer while it's on. You can damage the hard drive.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Christina. I should have watched where I was going. Sorry, Candy.
I'm working on a book report. I've been working on it for 2 hours.
2 hours? Whoa. Did you save it yet?
No, what for?
Oh, because if the power goes out, no more book report.
My book report, it's gone.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
If you're working on something for a long time, you should always save it.
I gotta start all over.
Don't worry. I'll type some for you so you can get a break, and then you can type the rest.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Again, send us those ideas because we really do read them and take them to heart.
Before we go, remember last show I had some of these great buttons that I picked up at a computer fair. Well, I have some more. I know you like these, so I've got some more in.
Allow me to spare you, okay? I'm Andrew Doty.
No, we're going to get through this.
And this is Rainey Laviolette. Tune in next week for PC Voyage.
You'll see these next week, I'm sure. We do well.